folks, it's your boy, man. We're about to do this one real quick, and we're about to get into I Got the Hookup to, the hottest brand new urban comedy that's out worldwide right now, killing it in theaters in the States, AMC, select theaters. You can go on IGotTheHookup.com, IGotTheHookup2.com, and you can find out the cinemas that's listed. There's new ones being added, but not just that, you can check that out on video on demand. You can get it on iTunes, you can get it on Amazon, all the streaming sites and stuff like that. You can check it out, and it got a fire soundtrack. But to kind of talk about this movie a bit, now I checked it out and I'm definitely digging it. I got the hookup. I see the vision where the Colonel going with it. Now a lot of people had a lot of negative comments and stuff to say now, because I don't want to come off biased. People know the No Limit affiliation, but at the same time, people know I'm a movie buff, so they know I watch a lot of movies, especially comedies, and I can be quite skeptical. I've done my reviews and stuff on films in the past, but from this, I want to review this as a movie, but also speak on the movement that this is. So we see this movie now, I Got the Hookup 2, and a lot of people are saying, P been doing his own movies. He did movies before and stuff, but what you gotta understand is P a businessman. He done a lot of deals, even with Miramax. So some of the film companies now, there's a lot of people still involved in making these films happen. So the films that you've seen P in, the Lockdowns, the Foolish, the first I Got the Hookup and stuff like that, people are expected to see the same sort of film style and quality, not understanding that it's a completely different time. I mean, even generally speaking, you go to Hollywood now and you check out Hollywood films, they're all shot differently. So this film, it completely shot differently. It got a whole new style, a whole new narrative, but it still got the familiarity of the old cast. It still bring a lot of the old school comedians in there, but it mixes with the new school now. The thing with comedy, everything's subjective, so some people may think something's funny, others may not think something's funny, so you ain't really ever gonna please everybody, and everybody gonna have their different opinion on what they think is humorous or not. So nowadays you got a lot of social media comedians, you got people that are blowing up online, performing their own skits, doing movie reenactments, things of that nature. Now a lot of them, granted, wouldn't be given opportunities to be featured in a big movie. This movie got a lot of speaking roles, more than has been done in any other movie in history, to what they're saying. And so I think some people, because it's something they're not really familiar with, some movies there's less speaking roles, so there's a bit more time to build on certain other elements of what's going on. But what you gotta understand is, you already know black, you already know blue, so there ain't gotta be that much establishment on their character. You know who they are, you're introduced to these newer characters, and you're just seeing how their situations unfold. You've got your primary characters, Fatboy, SSC, you've got DC Young Fly, they in there representing, doing their thing. Michael Blackson, he pop up, Tiny Lister, John Weatherspoon. You got a whole array of talent in there, black talent. And if we talk about the movement of this movie, like P been saying, this is something that's actually produced completely top to bottom, financed by P and Rome, the Millers, and the most negative things that's coming back, sad to say, is coming from black folk, because they have a high expectation of what they want to see from other black folk, even though they ain't doing nothing themselves. A lot of them probably never produced nothing to that magnitude or caliber, or even have limited understanding of the business or anything, but they got their negative things to say. But at the end of the day, critics always gonna have something to say. You'll never see a statue erected to a critic, so the critics always gonna be the ones there in the background pointing the finger. But people like P, you're gonna see a statue erected to P, because people give P his flowers while he's here, and P definitely the Colonel, and he put the stamp down with this movie, this whole movement now, where we can see just I Got the Hookup developing, whether it go to a series, whether there's a 3, there's a 4, this has got so much room for growth and development. And what people got to understand, there's a whole new way of shooting movies and stuff like that, so it ain't the same sort of style that you used to, things are changing. So it's a dope movie. I'm gonna give it a 3.5 out of 5. That's my personal opinion, I'll give it a 3.5 out of 5. I think it packed with a lot of comedy. It touched on gentrification and certain things like that. You gotta read between the lines of a lot of things within this movie because of the pace of it, so if you're up to it, you can understand, you can see the mental health issues being touched on and stuff like that. You can see the business issues and stuff being touched on, the family issues. There's a lot of things in there, but You gotta follow the story, get with the new characters. Don't worry too much about the old one and making a comparison between the first. I gotta hook up, oh, this ain't as good as that. All that comparison stuff that ain't even necessary, because I got the hookup is what kind of brought y'all to the dance and made y'all know about, Black and Blue. So y'all got Black and Blue in this. Maybe, AJ, he did his thing. Maybe y'all wanted to see more. I think he was well represented and done his thing in the movie. So people got their thoughts, people got their opinions. I wanted to put this out to really give a review on what we think and say I got to hook up to the hottest urban comedy that's out right now at the minute. That's a real urban comedy put together. I'm talking, you got my boy Lil Easy up in there, shouts out to him. That line was funny that AJ put in there after the incident in the movie. I ain't gonna speak too much, y'all go out there, check it out. Get to the cinemas, watch it on demand, do your little watch parties, get your folks around. It's gonna be a good little watch. Support the movement, cause there's a lot more coming. So shout out to the whole No Limit fam, P, Rome, Silk, Court, Juggy, everybody, they're out working really hard. They're out promoting this movie right now. There's a lot of media you see about it. This is probably the most talked about movie to come out in a long time. So especially for the community and for the culture. So y'all go out there, y'all support that. The negativity, people just gotta be focused and remember where we're trying to go in this thing. Nothing's overnight, So when you see a movie and you think, oh, it could have been like this, it's not an excuse when P say he ain't got a budget like certain big film companies to do certain things, because this is early doors for this. So let people establish what they establish, and if you're real, support the vision, support the movement, stay real and stay true. All that hating, if your opinion ain't really good, guess what, everybody entitled to their opinion, but at the same time, respect what's going down. Y'all go out, support the real, support the movie. I got the hookup, shouts to the whole fam, shouts to Crazy, good to see him up in there. Eastwood, good to see East up in there. A lot of people was out up in that movie and represented. You gotta have to rewatch it even a few times to even clock everybody that's in there. So it's a dope movie. Jeezy up in there. A lot of rappers and stuff in there, like artists. Ace B did his thing. It's a good little story. It's a good narrative. And a lot of the up and coming talent. Carlos, who was the guy, I think it was Carlos who played, the Colombian drug lord. So there was new talent being showcased, new characters being introduced. There's a lot more room for this movie to develop. So shouts out to the whole No Limit fam. We wanted to do something a little different on this podcast version, DOATBM. And this ain't a negative thing. Sometimes people hear Diary of a Tired Black Man and they think we're just gonna be talking about all the bad stuff we tired of. Yeah, generally we tired, but we tired of the BS that even from our own and any people. So we out here kicking some realness, man, and speaking on the real. And that's what you get on this podcast, man. So y'all stay tuned into About the Online. Y'all be out there. Make sure y'all check out I Got the Hookup too. Look out for the podcast coming, the Soldier series. We're setting that off with Short Circuit, aka Freedom Unique. We've got nothing but love, respect, and appreciation for P. That's the father of the little soldiers, you know what I mean? So they, father and sons in hip-hop, just like ECP and Rome, father and sons doing great things, working together. So, y'all stay real, y'all stay locked in, and y'all support the real, man. I got a hookup2.com. We give it a 3.5, out of 5. So that let you know that it's up there, you know what I mean? And the next one, we're looking forward to it. We're on the countdown. So P, shouts out. Rome, shouts out. Y'all support what these brothers are doing. I don't just, I ain't saying just support them just because they black or nothing like that, but y'all just support the real. Y'all see the other movements they making. Y'all see the other business endeavors. I mean, even within this movie, you introduce the Big Poppers. That's a business that's out there. You see the rap snacks up in there. That's a business that's out there. You see the Sugar Skull rum. That's a business that's out there. You see the Money Yachts. That's a business that's out there. So, these products, the product placement on that in there is on point. And just the fact that P's showing you, just like he did in the music game, he's showing y'all how to do this thing, how you can work, how you can make these things happen. So, everybody out there, stay focused, stay mashing on your dreams, stay mashing for the real. definitely support the real, and definitely go out and support this movie just like y'all went out and supported every other movie that y'all want to see. And I ain't saying you just go see it for no reason. Go see it because it's a good movie. Go see it because it's something to check out that your folks be doing and that real people be putting together. And you're gonna see, as you've always seen with No Limit, real results manifest after, because you don't see much of artists or rappers or entrepreneurs, businessmen types, with the philanthropy like you see with the Miller family. You see the community stuff, whether that be in Louisville, whether that be in New Orleans, whether that be in the West Coast, California, Compton, all over. So it's all positive, man. So we rocking with that movement, and we rocking with the real. So y'all stay real. Y'all check out the I Got the Hookup too. Yeah, dag. Yeah.